Errol Spence says there will be VADA testing for his upcoming fight in September with Shawn Porter. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's jump right into it. Now, Errol Spence, on his verified Twitter account, he posted a cryptic tweet and people were questioning it. I want to give some updates on that. Errol Spence put, "We could take it now or 8 weeks, don't matter." And I think he's responding to, the Thurman and Manny Pacquiao situation where it was highly reported. I even did a video where it says that Thurman and Pacquiao weren't doing drug testing, VADA testing for their upcoming fight. And, that was met with a lot of criticism. They're like, what? A big high profile fight like that? How come they wouldn't do, Olympic style blood and, above and beyond commission test, drug testing for a high profile fight like that, which I agree with that. Then, got a lot of people talking. What was Errol Spence talking about, etc. And then Raging Babe posted, "Will there be VADA testing for Spence Porter? ? And more than 30 days. You'd think both fighters would be proactive about the testing, given all the stuff that happens in boxing, right?" And then Errol Spence replied to it and said, "Yes, there will be." And he put the shrug emoji. It's getting to a point in boxing where, to me, I'm really not understanding people and how they move and what people say, and it's getting to the point where it's like boxing. I'm not trying to make this boxing thing a secret society, but there's like a lot of people that don't know what's going on in boxing. You dig? And this is not to anyone in particular. It's just I see a lot of comments, a lot of people speculating, and I guess that's the social media age we all have to adjust to. But Shawn Porter is the WBC champion of the world. So Errol Spence is the IBF. They have to follow IBF and WBC rules to obviously unify and fight each other. So part of the WBC package is you have to be enrolled in VADA and you have to complete the clean boxing program. So I don't understand why this would be even news for really anybody. It doesn't make sense because they're obviously going to have drug testing. See, the thing is, Pacquiao and Thurman, whatever this shit is, they're fighting for the WBA titles. Thurman is the super champion and Pacquiao has the regular WBA from when he fought Matisse. And to my knowledge, there's nothing really in place that stipulated that they had to. But just to update on that, Sean Gibbons, who represents Pacquiao, who worked with Pacquiao for some time, I guess, he's come out and said that they are now doing VADA testing. So I don't know what the confusion was. I don't know if, based on the flack or whatever, they just started doing testing. I don't know. But now they're saying there is going to be VADA testing. But I can understand if Pacquiao and Thurman didn't include that in the contract, then there's nothing that would stipulate that they had to do the testing. To my knowledge, the WBA doesn't have a program in place where it's a said thing that for or to fight for their belt, you have to have drug testing. However, the WBC has the clean boxing program, and we've seen people, WBC champion Deontay Wilder, he has had opponents fail drug tests, and this has been discovered through the clean boxing program. Povetkin, there was a Polish fighter, Andrzej Wawowski or something, and then Luis Ortiz, all tested positive for banned substances. So the VADA has been doing a good job, and obviously it works. And I think everyone in boxing should just implement that. To fight for our title, you must complete drug testing. Just everyone be even Steven, and maybe have the network split the cost. So that why it should have come out of the fighter's pocket. That's probably why some fighters don't want to do the drug testing, whether you think it's right or wrong. They have to pay to be inconvenienced, and I'm not saying it's an inconvenience because we're talking about someone's life, but I'm just saying if you're training and you're not doing anything, it's just like the old saying goes, one bad apple spoils the bunch, because if you're not doing anything wrong and you're not cheating, you have to be inconvenienced by no matter where you're at, no matter if you're at a restaurant, you know, with your girl, if you're training, you're potentially liable to be ready to meet up with these VADA people whenever they want to show up. You dig? So, you know, just to prove your innocence, you would have to do that. And then on top of that, it's not cheap. So that's that. Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence, terrific fight. I believe it's going to be on Fox pay-per-view. Really digging the Premier Boxing Champions telecast with Fox. I think they've been doing a good job. I really stress this. They should definitely do a face-off between Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. For whatever reason, I thought I've seen pictures and stuff with them, and they sparred before at the Olympic Training Center. But in recent memory, it doesn't seem like the two are too fond of each other. You know, Shawn Porter, I've seen an interview where he kind of alluded to, you know, Errol Spence don't like seeing his face, and, you know, maybe almost like on some envious jealousy tip. And then I remember seeing, and I did a video about it, Errol Spence, he said, jealous of what? And he's like, look at them big ass Reeboks, boy, you know, and he was roasting him for his shoes when they were side by side. So, man, I think it's going to be a great fight. It's a meaningful fight, so everyone in boxing should really be up for that. But just to clear the air, according to Errol Spence, you heard it from the horse's mouth, one of the two people involved in the main event, that there will be VADA testing. And again, this shouldn't be, if you follow boxing, it really shouldn't be a surprise that this is happening, considering that they're competing for the WBC belt as well. But I just wanted to put that out there because some people seem to have questions about, you know, what fights have testing, and, you know, I just try to do my job the Boxingego way, make sure people are informed on what's going on in this beautiful sport. If you're new, consider subscribing. We working.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.